Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video I will be walking you through how to buy a domain step by step. The first thing that we need to do is choose a domain registrar. To make this extremely simple, domain registrars are almost like stores where you can buy your domain from, and they will handle everything on the back end, like keeping your domain secure and making sure that everything is working. There is a lot of domain registrars to choose from with different kinds of pricing plans. However, the one that I personally use and I would recommend for you is Namecheap. There are a few different reasons that I choose Namecheap. However, the main two are the affordability and the ease of use / user interface. So I will be using Namecheap in this video. However, feel free to choose any domain registrar that you like when buying your domain. If you do want to follow along with me step by step, then you can click on the first link down in the description and that will take you over to Namecheap. So once we have found the domain registrar that we will be using, the next thing that we need to do is choose the actual domain name. One super important part of this is the top level domain that you choose. The top level domain is what comes after the dot in your domain name, so things like .com, .co, .ca, and unless you have a very specific reason for choosing another type of top level domain, for example, if you are an organization, you might want to use .org, but for 99% of people, you absolutely want to go with a .com domain, mainly for credibility. Although some other types of domains like .xyz, .info, and .pro can be a few dollars cheaper, there is a reason that you never really see any professional websites or companies using these types of domains, and this is because these are untrustworthy. So once again, for 99% of people, you want to make sure you are getting a .com domain. If you already know the domain name that you will be using, then I recommend typing this into Namecheap or your selected domain registrar and checking if this domain is available with a .com domain. You may see that your selected domain is taken for .com, but is available with one of these other top level domains. But even if you absolutely love the domain name that you have chosen, if it is not available as a .com domain, I highly recommend changing and choosing a different domain name. Not only do we go back to that point of untrustworthiness, however, if your domain is taken as a .com domain, if you go for one of the other domains, you may run into copyright issues with the company that own the .com domain. Now, if you checked your domain and your domain is available with that .com top level domain, then fantastic. This video is timestamped, so you can simply scroll along to the next section of this video. If your domain is taken or you just have no idea what you want your domain to be, then no worries, we can create a domain together right now. There are a few different ways to do this. However, my number one recommendation is going to ChatGPT. To do this, you can click on the ChatGPT link in the description of this video, and that will take you over to ChatGPT. This is completely free and will not cost you anything. Once you have created your ChatGPT account, we can see this bar at the bottom that says message ChatGPT. In here, we can enter in a prompt and tell ChatGPT exactly what we want it to do. So we can tell it to create 100 domain ideas for the type of website you are creating. Let's say that, for example, my website is an e-commerce store that sells dog treats. I am going to tell ChatGPT to create me 100 domain names for my e-commerce store selling dog treats. Just like that, ChatGPT is going to come back and give me 100 different domains that I can potentially use for my dog treat e-commerce store. One downside to this method though is that ChatGPT doesn't check the domains to see if they are still available. So what you need to do is find a domain that you like and then copy and paste it into the domain registrar to check if it is available as a .com domain. If not, then go back and find another domain that you like once again and repeat this process. It did take me a few tries to get this. However, I have found this domain, pawsandmunch.com, which fits my e-commerce website for dog treats absolutely fantastic. Once you have gone through this process and you have found a domain that you like, it is available as a .com domain, then congratulations, you have now found your domain, and let's move on to the next step. The next thing that we need to do is add your domain to your cart. On Namecheap, we can see that it is right here. So all we have to do is click this, and this domain is now in the cart. So let's now click checkout, and we now need to choose how long we want to buy this domain for. On Namecheap, we have options ranging between 1 to 10 years, and depending on the domain registrar that you are using, this may go between 5 years all the way up to 10 to 20 years. Of course, the longer we buy this domain for, the more expensive it is going to be out of pocket. However, you usually do get a little bit of a discount per year the higher up you set this. I'm just going to set this to 1 year for this example, but it is completely up to you and how long you think you will have your website for. Most domain providers also give you this option of turning on auto renew to automatically buy your domain for another year once your current plan runs out. Once again, it's up to you whether you want to turn this on or off. Personally, I turn it on just to give me peace of mind that my domain won't expire, and then somebody will come in and quickly buy the domain before I have a chance to renew it. It's super unlikely that this would actually happen, but people have done this in the past. So I just like to have that safety and that peace of mind. Most domain providers will also give you this option for domain privacy. For some domain registrars, they will charge for this, usually around $10 to $15. But Namecheap includes this for free, which is pretty cool and another reason that I like Namecheap. The final thing that we need to do is add SSL protection. This is super important as it gives you this padlock on your website and shows that your website is secure. If you don't have this, then when people try to access your website, it will show them a message like this and they will not be able to get onto your site. So it is absolutely crucial that we add this. On Namecheap, this is $5.99 for the first year, which is once again less expensive than most other domain registrars. Let's go ahead and add this to the basket. The total price is then going to be shown here, so let's now click confirm order and we can now create our Namecheap account. So that is how you can buy a domain step by step. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button, and until next time, take it easy.